Good morning, y'all. How are y'all doing today? I really hope that you guys are doing well. Parents, a huge shout out for you guys. I was thinking about this a lot last night about how difficult it must be for you guys to really engage your child, your scholar, in this distance learning along with us. Much like it is new to us, it is new to you as well. It's new to all of us, and so I just want to give you guys a huge thank you. And a huge shout out. We really appreciate what you guys are doing. You guys, along with us, are closing the achievement gap as best as we can during these weird times. And so I just want to say thank you. So parents, listen to me, please. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for going to work and coming back to ensure that your scholar's doing their work. Thank you for staying at home and side by side with your scholar to do your work. I was talking to a parent last week about how excited she was, even though this was really difficult, how excited that she was to be able to be a part of her scholar's life. And honestly, that's one of the things that I pray for during this time. I pray that when all of this is over, that our parents are so much more in tune with the scholar's education, that when they come together and the teacher is a good teacher, that the scholar can only succeed. And so thank you for what you do. Scholars, I want to be able to, I want to say thank you guys as well. Man, yesterday when we jumped on the call, it was just super cool to see some of you guys that I haven't seen in a while. I was able to see Evan, he popped up on the screen. Jacob, he popped up on the screen. It was just really cool to see that. Miranda Campos, like she didn't pop up on the screen, but I was able to talk to her online, and that was really cool. Just, man, it's just such a cool thing to be able to do that, isn't it? Like how amazing technology is, and how important it's going to be for us in the future. I believe that the world will change after this, that the world will be very different after this. And so I believe that we're going to have to do a lot more with technology. And parents, let me encourage you in this. If you need help because you don't understand it, have your child help you. Google the question. Send me a message. I do want to say that much like you guys have your life, educators do as well. I've been getting messages later at night, whether that be through Microsoft Teams or mine, or text message or phone call. Like at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I've had some at 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be answering those though. I can't. Just as much as you guys have your life and your time, educators need those as well. Some of my educators have been telling me that they've been receiving messages late at night or way early in the morning as well. Guys, we have our conference hours. Please follow through with that. Conference hours, remind. My conference hour is from 11 to 12. And I even answer after that. But once it gets to 4, that's the end of the day. That's the end of the school day. From 4 to 4:30, I have an all-staff call. Okay, but that's the end of the school day. Now you have from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock to talk to me. My remind shuts down on my phone all the time. So when I upload it, I will be more than happy to reach out back to you. Please give us some time, give us some patience. Show us some grace in that. Anyway, today I want to continue to talk about no excuses, right? So what does it look like to not give an excuse during this time? Well, it's really quite simple. Don't give me an excuse, right? So for math, I'm sure you guys do different stuff, but for reading and for writing, guys, the stuff is there set up for you. You just have to follow through with what it is. I had a couple of questions yesterday about the video. The video explained directly what you were supposed to be doing, guys. So it's one of those things, guys, where you just have to look at it. Take your time on it, okay? All you have is time. That's all you have. You have time. Use it. Use it wisely, okay? There's no need for us to be rushing things right now. None. In fact, I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm grateful for during this, that we're forced to slow down. So please, be smart, use your time wisely. So I don't want any excuses about this or about that. Just be proactive about those kinds of things, okay? You know, I was thinking a lot about this yesterday. A lot about how we can help, right? You guys know that I love my beard, and if you can tell, it's extremely short now. I was down here, now it's not. And I got some scissors and I started chomping it down myself. I don't know if I did a good job or not, but it is what it is. It's fine. Now, why did I do that? Well, I wouldn't have done it if it was just for me, but I did it for others. What do I mean by that? The situation that's going on right now doesn't negatively affect a lot of people, but it does negatively affect a lot of people. Okay, so elderly, people with preconditions, a lot of people will get sick. And so I'm trying to do my part in not allowing that to happen. And the best way to do that is to cut my beard, stay at home, to wear a mask, 6 feet away from people, washing your hands. I'm doing my best in all of those areas. So I decided to cut my beard because a lot of the particles can stay in the beard. And it was recommended by the CDC to be able to do that, to do that. And so I did. Because, guys, the world isn't about me. The world isn't about you either. The world might be yours for the taking, but it's not about you. The world is about all of us. You see, my goal as an educator, my purpose as a teacher, is not to just teach you English. It's not just to teach you writing, grammar, reading. It's not any of that. Do I love doing that? Yes, absolutely. That's why I teach. But my goal is to ensure that I'm setting you up to be a great global citizen. And that requires compassion, and that requires selflessness. What does selflessness mean? It means that you think less of you and more of others. It's super different than what we're taught to think of, right? Especially here in America, it's very different. We always think about ourselves first. And so let me encourage you this day. Think about how you can today think of others instead of yourself. I thought about that yesterday, and I did something about it. I cut my beard. That's me saying, hey, others are much more important than me. How are you going to do that today? Love you guys. I miss you guys. Parents, thank you. Trust me when I say this. There's no place I'd rather be right now than in a classroom with your scholar, because that's where I belong. I'd much rather be there than here. I can tell you that much. Thank you all for what you do. Appreciate it. If you know your API, Miss Ornelas, Miss Quintanilla, or your APO, Miss Martinez, send them a message. It's API week. Right? I put it in quotes because I think IDEA is the only one that has an API week. But shoot them a thank you for what they do. I know mine is Miss Ornelas, and I already sent her several messages on how thankful and grateful I am for her. I wouldn't be the teacher that I am today if it weren't for her. And so if you know her, shoot her a message. If you know Miss Q, shoot her a message. Again, kids, stay calm, be patient, practice wisdom, and how are you going to think of others before yourself today? What are you going to do? Think about it.